let's just jump right into NXT. Basically, the overarching thing is like, well, not the overarching thing, but the big kind of thing that they're putting over is the 2023 NXT Women's Breakout Tournament. It begins tonight. I'm pulling for Lola Vice. I hope my girl Valerie Lareda, aka Lola Vice, fucking wins it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, so the show kicks off. Becky Lynch hits the ring. She's looking fucking great, man. Damn, she's so attractive. It's crazy. And she said her and Tiffy are both unable to compete. Tiffy got the hard way blood, and when it was a hardcore match, literally at the pay-per-view. So neither of them are able to compete. And basically Lyra Valkyria or whatever comes out and is like, yo, you inspired me, and da 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 da. And then Roxanne Perez comes out and is like, I'm done with these opportunities. I don't know. I kind of got cringed out, and they're just doing a triple threat match, and the winner will face Becky Lynch at night 1 of Halloween Havoc. So Halloween Havoc getting the WrestleMania treatment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So up next, Butch and Tyler Bates, so Mustache Mountain or whatever they were called, the British Strong Style rather. They team up to take on Gallus, Mark Coffey, and Wolfgang with Joe Coffey. Now I always ask Caroline this, but I never remember the answer. Does Mark and Joe ever team up? Do they just rotate with Wolfgang? I feel like Wolfgang's always in there. I like the Coffey brothers. I like all these guys involved. Again, they have like the best. Just when Dave Meltzer before is like, oh, well, it depends the star ratings. If there's really good stuff going on in Britain, and I really like that. Okay, they have the best. Like, what changed in the last few years? Oh, the people that didn't have a company that he really liked now have a company. Not to shit on AW, guys. Remember, I turned a new leaf on AW. We're more positive now, guys. But this is a good match. I don't know. It's cool. Are they breaking up the Brawling Brutes? That's kind of what I'm curious about. Either way, I'll watch Butch and Tyler Bate wrestle these kind of matches all day and all night. Again, this show really established the fact that this is becoming the third main roster, which is shit I'm going to talk about at the end after I kind of go through the matches here. But Ilya Dragunov comes in the ring. He's like, yo, Carmelo. And then Trick Williams comes out. And then he's like, Carmelo Hayes brought the fight, but we're the men, like we're the champs, whatever. Carmelo comes out, he's limping, he's still selling it. And then, Trick is like, yeah, we boys. And then Dragunov basically starts, as Hairline would say, cucking him out in front of Trick. And he's just basically like, yeah, this is champ shit in here, like, blah, 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 blah. And we're going to get Dominik Mysterio versus Trick Williams in the NXT North American Championship rematch in the main event. And this time, Mommy's back with Dom, but Dom comes out during this segment, starts talking shit. And this was cool. It's just showing you like your main event NXT picture. It's so funny because Hairline would say, oh, dude, Dom went from this guy that I wanted to send down to NXT, and then but like now look how over he is. And now it's like he's this over, and then they threw him back down to NXT. It's rather ingenious. It's rather ingenious. And I believe that they're really making plays at getting NXT to be the third brand. But not only that, so we talked about on the last show, Tony Khan literally booked next week's Dynamite on October 10th, Title Tuesday, which is his birthday. Shout out Libras. I'm a Libra. Rocktober. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he he literally booked a Dynamite Edge's first match for his own birthday. It's the most super sweet 16. Super my sweet 16. You guys remember that show? That's literally what this is for Tony Khan, except for every day is his birthday. When you're a billionaire, it's like every day is your birthday, right? But either way, they're gonna put John Cena. They announce it somewhere on this show. I'll probably skip over the segment, but John Cena is going to be on NXT next week. Our boy. Yeah. I gotta cut the music off because last time we got a copyright warning, like, yo, don't use this music. Dummy. Yeah. Oh shit.
Dummy. Yeah.
So John Cena is going to be on NXT next week, right? I don't know. Was that going to get Is that going to pop a 2 mil rating? Probably not, but they'll probably get over 1M, or it's the way to counteract Edge's first match. It's kind of fucked. WWE is going to like counter program against Edge, but then you could just argue like, well, Edge is counter programming against WWE. And furthermore, you could say maybe, oh, well, some people are calling Edge a traitor. I don't buy into any of that. And I think all's fair in love and war and all's fair in competition. And people go, see, AEW is a competition, but it's not. It is, but it isn't, right? Like, this is why it's not, because they can just go John Cena, show up at NXT, that AEW has to like whip out Edge and Omega and shit to get a fucking Millie if they're lucky. They need Punk and they need all hands on deck. Whereas WWE, they can just go, hey, we got John Cena. Oh, John Cena can't go? Okay, we'll send fucking Ray, Bobby Lashley, and you know what I mean? They could just we'll send LA Knight to NXT with fucking Jey Uso, They could just do anything to pop that number. So I'm not hating whatsoever. But I'm just saying, like, WWE is able to do that, and AEW doesn't fully have that pull. So I think all's fair in love and war as far as them competing. And like, you can't, if you want AEW to be competition, then you can't cry when WWE treats them as such. You guys dig what I'm saying? Can you dig it, sucker? You can't cry if they're like, okay, let's spank these guys, right? Like, if it's competition, it's competition. Point blank, period. So you got to take the fucking L's with the W's. And that's the problem with this psychotic portion of the fan base. But I don't know, man. I've been tuning them out a lot lately too. It's just like, fuck those people, man. I'm gonna tap into the real ones. I'm still gonna roast my shit and be funny. But yeah, that's why we have the best listeners. And, even if there's less of us out there around the world, I'd rather cultivate all of you guys and garner all of y'all in our comments. I can see, like, for the vast majority, we have actual intellectual fucking people to a degree who can, like, at least understand, at least just watch wrestling from like a perspective that isn't just being a complete and utter fucking marky dirtbag, which, if you're that, there's nothing wrong with that. Just stop being psychos online. It's just a turnoff for people, but everyone talks about the same old shit. I'm here to review wrestling. So Indy Hartwell is back, and she is in a triple threat match. I'm sure Hairline messaged me. He said when DIY returned at the end of on Raw, he's like, I was literally running around and dancing around my fucking house. So just for him to even say some fucking shit like that makes me go, he's doing good. But anyways, there's a triple threat. Lyra Valkyria gets the win, as we all knew was going to happen. Roxanne is just sort of, I don't know, call her up, or is she just sort of having her run now? Like, this is why NXT should be a third brand. The developmental, it's got to be a bunch of people we don't know, because, like, if that shit was FCW, Velveteen Dream would have never even been known by the masses. You know what I mean? He would have been main roster like instantly. So that's what whatever happened to that guy. So that's what I mean when I'm like, dude, NXT shouldn't be on TV. If it's because people still say, oh, they're developmental. Bro, it's, if this isn't main roster wrestling, like when it's Dragunov, Mello, Trick, Braun Breaker, and also that's about to be on NXT next week at Halloween Havoc. Paul Heyman is going to be in Braun Breaker's corner. So what the fuck, man? He's their new Brock Lesnar. Like, they're looking at him like, yeah, dude, let's put him with Paul fucking Heyman, buddy. And Paulie's worked with the Steiners in the past, brought them to ECW and all type of shit. Maybe that was before Paulie's time, but I don't think it was. I think he worked with them in WCW too. All I'm saying, man, this is it's crazy. And you can't tell me that main event scene on NXT isn't as compelling as maybe, I guess, like Roman. I mean, Roman's not there, but he doesn't need to be there. But it's a very compelling main event scene on NXT, I must say. Like, honestly, NXT's been crushing it lately. So either way, this match was whatever, though. I don't care for, a lot of these girls are interchangeable, I feel like, and I hate to be that way. Valkyria's sweet, but it's whatever to me. Anyways, backstage, Breakers with Hayes. He's like, I'm the only one who knows how you feel. The crowd starts chanting for Ilya. No more Mellow chants. He's like, yo, Trick, da 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 da. We're gonna get Mello and Breaker versus Trick and Dragunov. That's coming. Yeah. Okay. Davenport versus Gigi Dolan. Gigi Dolan got that KKKK. Davenport did her hair nice. I just don't really care about her, and I think Gigi should be in fucking fighting Becky or something. Like I don't know what happened. She's just kind of floundering. But then also I'm saying that, and it's really WWE does the most like women's book. Like women are prevalent in all of their shows. So whatever. Backstage, Kiana James and Roxanne Perez. Kiana James like taking shots at Roxanne. You've been the golden child. Da 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 da. Roxanne's gonna turn heel. We know that. Asuka is gonna be on NXT next week as well. So they're going hard at Title Tuesday. Fucking Kana's gonna be there, the greatest Joshi wrestler in the world. It's great. And so will John Cena, the GOAT. NXT Women's Breakout Tournament first round. Dude, there's been some guy in our comments lately too. Just you guys are pimping WWE. You just love WWE. Blah, 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 all this shit, dude. It's crazy. And it's like, yeah, I mean, yeah, I try to enjoy the shit that I enjoy as much. Like, you know what I mean? I put a bunch of Wrestle Dream over too, but you're a fucking mark and you're not going to listen to that. Dummy. Yeah.
Dummy. Yeah.
But then we had the NXT Breakout Tournament first round. Kalani Jordan versus Izzy Dame. I completely tuned out. I did not care about this. Duke Hudson and Andre Chase asked Thea Hale if they could support her for her tag match. Hale said no, but JC said that might be a good idea. We got Hale and Jane with Chase U taking on Lola Vice and Elektra Lopez. Lola Vice is just money through and through. So is Hale and JC Jane. But again, it's like, they ruined Hale for me. But yeah, Hale and JC Jane won. So good for them. And then backstage, Hayes was shown leaving the building. He said Trick doesn't need his help. When asked if he's going to take Braun Breaker's advice, he said no. And then he said, I want a match next week against Breaker. So he's like, I just got off the phone with somebody who gave me real advice. So it's probably going to be Cena. We're going to get Cena given all the main event scene here a main event rub on NXT next week. I don't know. I'm tuning in. What are you guys tuning into? Title Tuesday or NXT? Let me know below in the comments or whatever. So the NXT North American Championship match. So Trick just won this shit on Sunday or Saturday rather, and it's fucking Tuesday and he lost the shit. Trick loses the belt. Rhea Ripley's with Dom. So they're putting the underlying story that Dom only wins when he's got backup, more specifically Rhea Ripley, when he's with Mommy. And it's really Mommy, like she's cut a fiery promo on the last Raw going, basically saying, I run the Judgment Day and you motherfuckers are fucking up when I'm not here. Like I leave for a week or two and you're all losing belts and shit. And so Dom is allowed to come home, and Dom won the belt, man. He basically fucking Balor came down and McDonough came down and Priest came down. We got all the Judgment Day on NXT. And yeah, they hit him with the title when the ref wasn't paying attention, and Dom got the frog splash and pinned him. Now, people are mad at this. I am too. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, let Trick run with it, and then him and Mello could have feuded for that. But here's the thing: Trick and Mello is so compelling. You don't need a belt for that angle, and it does more for Dom to carry that shit around and to help NXT along. And at least Trick can go, yes, I beat Dom clean 1-on-1 when he wasn't fucking around. And then, yes, when he cheated, he beat me. There's a rematch down the line. But I've been I've been whooping that Trick. I ain't really been beat like that. And I'm a former North American champion, and him and Mello can feud where the belt doesn't even need. Then you have think about, you have a huge angle with him and Mello. You have a huge angle with Dom and whoever. You got Braun getting involved with Corbin and whatever else. Now he's getting involved with Mello and Trick and that. And then you have the Ilya Dragunov, and whoever he faces possibly could be Braun again. Who fucking knows? Could be Corbin. But all I'm saying is they have a strong division in that main event NXT picture, if you want to call it that. So shout out NXT, bro. They're killing it. Yeah.
Yeah.